Hey guys, welcome to understanding, what's happening in BankNifty. Today is the 20th of April, 2024. The current time is 12:55 or sorry, 2:55 or 14:55 p.m. 14:55 IST, right? So overall, classic Vishwas is happening. So this was the day where some sort of supply came in. We still have this massive gap down, basically this gap which is not yet filled, and I'm seeing continuation now. Friday, something has changed. So Friday the shorts have covered and the price has stopped below the 47,000 level. And the reason is, this was the prior cost basis or the balance area where the accumulation of inventory was happened, right? So what I mean by that is this is where the accumulation of inventory happened. People started buying. We had a gap up. We had a continuation. And who is selling here is basically the buyers here. They are selling in profit. So, they are the sellers here. They are the ones who are selling here. Now, obviously, once they book the profit, they will be, distributing their positions and, distributing and, adding shorts. And those shorts are now, they covered here because the price, again, we had an excess. So this will look from the market profile charts and we'll be able to see it more clearly. But this was a sign where there was lack of supply, the supply shut off, and then continuously some short covering happened, and the price is closing again above the 47,000 line, right? If it did not close above 47,000, so for example, if it would have been look above and fill, then I'll be looking for continuation lower. This price action or this particular lack of supply won't be holding. But the case is the short covering has happened, and now the sellers who are have built the position above 47,800, 48,000, they are the ones who are under pressure. And I'm seeing a couple of stop positions, which are being created, right? So classic business. So you buy here, you distribute, you sell here, again, you start adding your short positions, and again, you buy back your positions, right? So this is where, a lot of accumulation of inventory is happening. So again, 47,000 for me is still line in sand. And, that is what I'll be looking forward for the coming next week, right? So I think last week we had one day a holiday. So this is where, the gap down started. So I think the holiday was on either on Wednesday or Tuesday, or one of those days, right? But yeah, this is the gap. The gap is not yet filled. And this is the overall cost basis of Friday. And the inventory has closed higher. So what I'm looking for is, this is where, I'm looking for some supply to show up. So from 47,900 to 47,600, right? This is the 300-point range where I'm looking for supply to initiate and push the price lower. If they are not able to do it, or if they are not competing, then I'm looking for the price to move higher, because there are stops, a lot of stops I'm seeing here, and this is the next level, or this is the next area where I'm looking for further supply, right? So if I again redraw the charts, where I'm looking for sellers is this zone. This is where the sellers have initiated. So this is where there we have got the trapped buyers, or they are the ones who are the supply. And this is where I'm looking for the supply to shut off. So this is where there are trapped sellers. Again, this is a minute zone around 47,400 where there are trapped sellers, right? So we are way in between the buyer and seller. So expect some chop. And the elections have started in India. So there will be some volatility, but yeah, I'm not expecting, much. There has been some couple of corrections, which was required because continuously the price was moving higher, right? So this 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If you look, 4 days correction, it took out how many days of the inventory which was getting long to too long, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah. 14 days of, the buying activity was, reduced by just 4 days, right? So that's the power, or, that's the liquidation or the correction, and you must expect this sort of corrections, right? Somewhere I heard that, if you want to survive in the market, the prices, they move higher like an escalator and drop like an elevator, right? So this drop is like an elevator, whereas if you see, this is like an escalator, right? Slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady, right? So that's one thing, which I would like to share now. Looking at, what are the auction development paths for next week. So currently, this is the overall cost basis. So what I'm looking for is, the first is, I'm looking for a gap up and continue higher and see some supply to initiate at 48,000, and we look below, and we sort of balance, right? So this is the first auction development path. Second auction development path is, we open around the previous day's range or Friday's range. We look above the Friday's high, and we are just chopping in this balance, so between 47,500 to 47,800, right? So this is the second auction development path. Third auction development path is that we open with a massive gap up, or we open above. Now the odds are less, but if you open massive gap up, then I'm looking for this particular gap to be filled, right? That's the third auction development path. Fourth auction development path is we open, so there is an area where there are sellers trapped. So the supply is trapped around the 47 175 level. This is a futures chart, continuous contract. So 47 175 is where I'm seeing trapped sellers. So that's where the price opens, and we are just balancing, right? That's the fourth auction development path. Now odds are pretty less, but if you open gap down, then I'm looking for some sort of balance and then continuation, right? So that's the fifth and the sixth auction development path, right? So yeah, so that's the overall, how I'm looking at Bank Nifty, and how I'm identifying the areas where I'm going to see supply and where they are shutting off, right? Yeah, so that's it. And if you'd like to talk to me, check the description below. You can DM me on Telegram. I'm using Telegram a lot. And if you want to, just understand what I'm doing daily basis, you can also join my Telegram channel, right? So yeah, thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, take care.